Hi, hope you're doing great. Well, I'm doing this video just because a very important, a very well-known singer died, known for generations, Mr. Tony Bennett. Mr. I left my heart in San Francisco. I left my heart in San Francisco among the blue and windy seas. We enjoyed his crooning. He was part of the Italian mafia singers. The mafia back in the, I guess it's the 50s, promoted a lot of Italians as singers. They were called crooners. They sang the basic Cole Porter songs and so forth, Gershwin, and good singers, different types of singers. And of course, they owned restaurants and show places, so they would feature these singers. They would put them on TV shows, and especially for the young people, the Dick Clark show. And so they would give their talents, and they would get lots and lots of sales in their records. Back in those days, that was really big and pretty profitable, not only for the singer, but also for the groups who were sponsoring the singer. And so he has survived past that era. He was a couple of weeks from his 96th birthday. So he died at age 95 on July 21st, 2023, a Friday. The main thing that they publicize about his health is that he had Alzheimer's, but I'm sure he had other problems, but that's the one they're talking about. He was made repopular in his senior years when Lady Gaga decided to work with him, and the two of them created some great tunes, very interesting photography pairing the two of them together, and that worked really well. He made some great selling records, some great selling albums with his collaboration with Lady Gaga. She was happy, he was happy. And Lady Gaga says that she was in a time when she was thinking about, stepping back from the business because of problems she had. And so for both of them, this was a plus. Here he is in his wheelchair. Most recently, legs look good, arms look good. He has some sort of something there on his lower abdomen. Looks pale, but and then of course they talk about his Alzheimer's, and he has a nice attendant there who is wheeling him around, making sure he has a nice life situation in his final years. Something most people don't get. So that is a luxury. When you can be a senior and you can have somebody who's taking good care of you and letting you out enjoy the outdoors and other comforts of life. Here he is with, I believe this is his, I'm thinking this is his third wife. Let me see here. His third wife, Susan. And this picture was taken in 1999. He was married, I believe, 3 times, has 4 children, 2 girls, 2 boys, from his first 2 wives. Here he is. Now he looks really different there. Not so glamorous, but we all go through periods of life when beauty's not our thing. And this is with his second wife. And let me check. This was in 1971. And this was Sandra Grant, his second wife. She's a very nice looking lady. And then this is him with his first wife. There he is, much younger. And I believe this was in 1952 when they got married, and then they divorced in 1965. She's really happy. He looks a little, I don't know. Here he is singing with Rosemary Clooney. She was very popular. She amassed a lot of wealth. Her son, of course, George Clooney, well known today. And he also sang with others. Here he is with Liza Minnelli, the great Liza Minnelli. She is the daughter of Judy Garland, the Wizard of Oz star. She was Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz. This is Liza Minnelli, Judy's daughter. Liza had a lot of drug problems and then went on to have a lot of health problems and overweight and mental problems. But these were great combinations for singing. And then, of course, here he is with Lady Gaga, who revived his career, brought him into the younger age group. People could meet Tony Bennett for the first time and enjoy his vocal abilities. Here he is with Amy Winehouse. Now, Amy Winehouse was the very popular singer for many, and she died of, I believe she died of a drug overdose. And she was kind of a wild one. And here he is with Amy. So he was great at collaborating with other singers. Here he is in those years where, well, let's face it, not the best looking singer, but as I said, we all go through those stages of life. I believe, let me see. He has great facial tone, great structure in his face for his age. He aged very, very well. And then, of course, this is later years. So, we bid adieu to Tony Bennett and his history in the world of music. He wasn't the best singer. You know, he was always upstaged by people like Frank Sinatra and others who were of course, the big Italian singers, but he has outlasted them all. And sometimes longevity is the gift you get. He has outlasted many, many big names in music. He's gotten a second, third, and maybe more times to revive his career. He's got to see the new age of AI. And then about 5 or 6 years ago, started to just lose it all with Alzheimer's. And who knows what else was going on with him. But we can appreciate him and say thanks for the music. Tony Bennett.